we are live. So we are streaming on loads of places. So importantly, on the Gin and Comic page with Dawn from Gin and Comic, we're on the Sippers and Sharers group, Sip and Share page, YouTube, and my page actually today. I thought I'd pop you on there as well. So Dawn, we were just saying, I'm about to make a gin and tonic. Are you?
No.
And why is that, Dawn?
Because I'm incredibly hungover.
What happened? What did you do last night?
Lockdown. I've been really strict with myself, and I've just been like doing online stuff with Linz. And I've really, even doing online stuff, I've just had water in a glass with a lemon, so it's looked like.
I need to start doing that actually, because I'm opening one of the Tiger Gin.
Have you tasted it?
No.
You're going to look like this tomorrow. I'm really sorry, but because it's just lovely.
It smells delicious. And I've actually got a rhubarb. So it doesn't say on it that they sent me these minis a few weeks ago. And I've just looked online and it says rhubarb. And I've got some rhubarb tonic as well. So a double rhubarb. Can you go wrong? I don't think you can go wrong with the rhubarb. So we have Dawn here. So for those that don't know me or Sip and Share, so Sip and Share, normally we're doing lives every Friday and Wednesday. The Friday is a live first sip. So first taste, never tried it before. Oh, it's nice rhubarb, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Live gin review. It's been going since the beginning of lockdown, or just like 4 weeks into lockdown. And then on Wednesdays, I do meet the distiller interviews and we have a chat with distillers. So obviously that's not happening this evening. Or have you made your own gin, Dawn, and we don't know about it? Are you a distiller in hiding? I feel like that would be.
You're just trying to give me a slow, painful death, aren't you, by thinking about that? I mean,
based on how you said just a moment ago how you feel, the suggestion for you to become a distiller or producer is probably not the best one.
Because I don't do it, that's why. Because we're always working and we're always out. Very rarely drink it, to be fair. So when I do get a chance to enjoy it, it's just like
everything breaks, everything goes wrong.
I'm really posh as well. I really start off all lovely, yeah. And then, yeah, of course. And then as the night comes on, I sound more like Liam Gallagher every 5 minutes. Oh, God, I'm so ill today.
But you're feeling rough, so we won't keep you too long.
You can keep me now. I'm fine. I've come round. I've had a shower.
But I think it's like a power nap.
I can't do it. I can't have power naps when I've had a drink. It's weird. No. I just have to wait until the normal time to go to bed and then I just die.
Oh, no. I am a lover of a 20-minute power nap. I did it on the sofa earlier after my apple crumble and rhubarb. Little hot tub with my apple crumble and rhubarb gin. I didn't finish my sentence.
Say you did.
It wasn't a Sunday lunch. It was an apple and rhubarb gin.
Okay.
One of those. Little sit in the hot tub with my eldest. Husband, the youngest at cricket. Got out the hot tub all like, relaxed. And then I sat down and then went, shit, the bed, it's 6:20. So Dawn Bailey, one half of Gin and Comic, and the lovely Lindsay can't join us this evening for lots of reasons. So we're going to send her lots of love and kisses. Gin fueled. So tell me a bit about Gin and Comic.
We can't believe you've not seen one of our amazing shows.
I don't know why I'm laughing at that. How are you in the country? Because I think you're relatively local to me.
Where are you?
Nanswich in South Cheshire.
Oh, right. So I'm in Poynton, which is East Cheshire.
Yeah.
This is where I am, but we come out of Manchester. That's where we met on the comedy circuit. But we actually met over gin on another comics hen night. So we knew about each other, but we never actually met. So we went on a comics hen night. So yeah, so that gin did actually bring us together. And we've found that it's a bit of a bandwagon, isn't it? Everybody's very popular now anyway.
Yes, of course.
So we decided, Lindsay wrote a show called Gin and Comic, and she needed, you're
fresh. You're ready for our evening.
She wrote a show called Gin and Comic, and she performed it at the Hull Comedy Festival back in 2018. And she needed somebody to open for it, so she asked me to go with her. So we did, We packed up my Fiat Punto in lime green that was just about to die, but which it did. It went to the garage in the sky, and we went to Hull, and we did the show, and she was amazing, and I had a really good gig. And then we came out of there and decided to go out with the other comics. They were all a lot younger than us, to be fair, but we can still party like it's 1999, of course. So we went to we found it. Put it this way: it ended up in a chip shop at 3 a.m. in Hull.
All good nights out do. Don't do that.
Yeah, I'm not a kebab fan. I've never had one sober, so I can't tell you what they're like, to be fair.
No,
but a chip butty in the middle of Hull after a really good night of dancing was our weekend. And we said, do you know what? We need to share this with the world.
Are you talking about the chip butty or your comedy film?
Comedy and the chip butty. Didn't last long, to be fair. We actually, the queue was massive, and we actually did the "Do you know who we are?"
With your face on. Circle. This is
who we are. And we got to the front because there was a rumor that it would close and we wouldn't get to the end, so we got to the front doing. Do you know who we are? That was so funny.
And how has the strategy worked out for you 2 years in? Is that going well?
2 years in, yeah. So then we wrote the show and we took it to the millions across the Northwest, and we found that women, especially, are just so funny. The more gin that they have,
that's true. That's true. Vouch for that.
And we have we always say you will guarantee to leave here tonight with a smile on your face. And we've got a fond place in Oswaldtwistle in Lancashire where we do this hut that's in the middle of a park. It's called Ridings Park, and Riddings Park, I think. And they've welcomed us back time and time and time again, and we sell out the show there, which is amazing.
Now, can I just stop you there, John? Because in my head, when you say the hut in the middle of a park, in some sort of wooden old shed, encouraging people to come and sit with you.
Yeah, with a parky called Jeff.
Somebody's there with a bottle and a brown paper bag, and he's doing
come on, it's 9 o'clock, get out. I've got homes to go to. No, it's lovely. It's not a hut, actually. It's a man-made thing. Well, it's not man-made. It's lovely, and it's a community centre. That's what I should say. With a cafe in it, and they pack it with about 70 ladies. And because we were really scared, we didn't have any sort of technical equipment because we didn't really think this through. So I bought a cheap karaoke machine from Argos. This is what we're going to take with us when we're absolutely huge and famous. And we have to, but you don't have to plug it in, so you can carry it wherever you want. So wherever we're performing, we're just like dragging this speaker behind us so you can hear us. Yeah, but we've got better now. We've got a PA now. Time's the best now. So that's from humble beginnings.
So the portable karaoke machine from Argos, what was its price point? Was it like in the $74.99 bracket? Or
Don't be daft. It went 20 quid each.
So that was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago. Yeah, the Gin and Comic was born, and then we made a bit more money, so we were able to get a PA. And then this year, highlighted this year for us. Was it this year? No, last year, November. Gosh, I can't remember what month it is.
I haven't done anything this year. I'd like to say your highlight was this year, because
the highlight was me performing on the drive.
What have you been doing?
So last year in November, we did Leicester Comedy Festival. And that was very fun. And it's my favourite festival anyway. It was absolutely amazing. We went again. We just like a weekend away, to be fair. So we stayed away. We've written loads of different stuff that we do now. It's very much audience participation. So Kate, if you're only in Nantwich, I do expect you to be at one of our shows, to be honest.
You don't really want me in the audience when it's because I will not stop. Like that, get the fuck out, get out.
Well, we do this thing where we ask, because it's a night out, basically. We're your mates, and it's a night out. And so we'll say, tell us something interesting about yourself that no one else would ever know. And we either write on a post-it note, we put it in a pint pot, and we read them out, or we go round and chat. And we did an afternoon tea party for the older ladies in the community.
You took your posh gin and your gags to a group of older ladies, and did you ask them?
Yeah.
yourself at whatever. I think it's a weird question, isn't it? Because you're a stranger, you're like, why would I tell you?
Why would you tell you anything? So it can be anything. It can be like, did you have toast for your breakfast this morning? Or I'm wearing orange knickers or anything like that. But mine is, I was born on the same day as Adolf Hitler.
Right.
Okay. So that's something that you wouldn't know. And then a lot of people shout out my birthday and stuff like that. We get to this table and Nana Joan.
Hitler's birthday. Shout it out. And I'm like, who knows that?
Well, it's one of the gags, actually. They'll say, is that where the similarities end on? And I say, no, I've only got one ball. Bum. And a tash. But anyway, so we asked this woman, she was in her late 70s, Nana Joan, tell us something. And she said, and I quote, oh, yes, I had a threesome in the 60s. Love that woman. Brought the place down. She was our star.
In her 60s, Dawn?
No, in their 60s. She was in her late 70s, yeah. So, of course, we needed to know the full story. And they do tell you. Women tell you the stuff, and it just gets worse. It just gets worse as the night goes on.
Safe kind of gin-fueled, good fun environment, isn't it, that you're creating? So are these kind of private gigs that you put on for? What sort of
we do a lot ourselves. So we do self-promo ones. So we'll set them up ourselves, but that they always go to something like the Women's Centre or the Refuge or something that's got a meaning behind it. And then we get booked for clubs now. So we've started to, because we do afternoons because women can't drink anymore. 9:20, that's it. Now I'm going to get Tony to pick me up. I've had enough. I need to be in bed. Sunday's a write-off. So that's you. I didn't get to bed till 5 o'clock this morning, though. So this face does look quite fresh for that. Apparently, Mr. Brightside's never been sung the same way before, but there we go. So that's what we do. We do afternoon. So we just got secured a load of gigs in a club in Stoke called Ruffle, who did us a trial spot, and we went and did a Saturday afternoon, and they loved it. And it was all like nice, fancy. It's lovely when they go because it's like fancy sandwiches, cakes, gin. It's lovely. And by the end of it, they're all sweaty and stood on the tables, dancing, singing away. I do like to lead the song and the dance. Lindsay's a bit more comedy. Lindsay, she does quite strict sets. But I like to get in there and
so I've got this image now of Lindsay being like, "Shut the fuck up, Dawn." Lindsay's got a set, and you're like, "It's Mr. Bright." With a bottle of gin.
You need to watch some of my YouTube videos because they're just unreal, and they love it. I do the Ovaltinis. I do. We play games. Right. So we've got a wheel that Lindsay spins. She's like, I don't think you might not be old enough to name that tune with Tom O'Connor. Very young. Lindsay isn't either. And she just spins this wheel, and it's got different things on it, and some of them are down in one. Nana Joan did well, and then she did 3 down in one. That's a full tin of gin and tonic. We play games. We play, and we give them head scarves so that they can wave them above the head and sing Sweet Caroline. So it's a lot of fun, and I've missed it so much.
I was going to say, how's lockdown been for you then?
I love lockdown. Lockdown to me. Carry on. Keep it going for the rest of the year. Yeah. It's lovely. It's lovely. This is my office. This is where I work because I have a real job as well as being a clown.
Of course.
Yeah, I work for a high street bank.
Okay.
In here.
So that must provide you with quite a lot of material, surely.
It used to be customer facing. I used to be I was like the Grim Reaper at one point. I used to do the deaths all the time because I've got a really good face like that.
Oh, okay. So when someone dies, you do the whole...
Yeah, I used to say, right, I'll go in and I'd prepare. And then they'd be saying, like, how much have they got? How much have they got? So I used to do that a bit, but now I just I don't work in customer facing anymore.
They've hidden you away.
Yeah, I used to like going up and down because I love an audience. That's why I've loved lockdown, because you have to queue outside Waitrose.
Yeah.
Well, so well, that's an audience, isn't it? So I'm like, hi ho, and I just get them all singing.
And the security guard at Waitrose is going, Dawn, I have told you.
I call them Max and Paddy. There's two of them. Waitrose has got bouncers. Can you believe it?
Well, it does sell some good shit. It's not a surprise, really. It is Waitrose.
It is. I've been for my hair done. You can probably tell because I don't have roots anymore. And the post-lockdown hairdressing experience was the funniest thing that I've ever seen in my life. So it was really good because they take your temperature before you go in with a gun. Yeah, and if it goes red, in your head here.
I'm not happy. You can tell with the pixie.
Well, they zap you before you go in, and if you go red, you ain't coming in. But if you're green, then it's fine, you can go in. But then you have to go and wait in your car, and then you have to wait to be called, and then it's really good. Except when the junior is doing Jean at the end, and she's going, I can't wear this visor anymore. It's driving me mental. It's sticking in. So that had to come off. And then Jean wanted a wee. But you can't use the toilets because you can't. But Jean had been waiting half an hour and she was a lady of a certain years. So she said, listen, you're going to have to let me go, Shirley, because otherwise, it's going to be a right mess. And she said, okay, Jean, put some paper on the toilet seats. She said, oh, it's okay, love, I don't sit down. So now I've got an image of Jean hovering.
Does she take a she-wee with her everywhere she goes or something?
She had a nice pair of nylon slacks on, and I'm thinking, oh, they look.
This is saying a lot about the hairdresser you go to, though. You're not in the Tony and Guy in the centre.
No, I used to be. It's post-children. You see, it changes, doesn't it, your budget? I used to be Tony and Guy on King Street in Manchester.
Yeah, I was thinking of.
I used to go there. Obviously, it's not there now, is it? And then as the girls got older, I just now they go to all the best places, and I'm still at Shirley's shampoo and sets. I
think there's a lot of places that could benefit from a visor, a gun held at your head, and if you go in, you're in. And if you red, you're out. I think that could be a process for lots of things. Maybe it's a temperature gauge. Maybe it's just you look a bit weird.
You're not coming in.
I'm not trying to get into segmentation because that was probably a bit harsh, but I'm just thinking, how these guns that everybody's invested in can have a use outside of coronavirus. We've got to.
Have you enjoyed lockdown, Kate?
Pardon?
Have you enjoyed lockdown?
Yeah, I think the first 3 months. I don't know how long it's been. Probably from. First 2 weeks found it really hard. I run my own business, and so does my husband, and he works in Germany full time, and that has survived our relationship for 14 years. It's gone very well, and now he's been home since the 23rd of whatever it is, March or beginning of March. So that's taken a big adjustment. But the girls, I've got a 5. No, she's just turned 6, and she's about to turn 8. The other one, 5 and 8, 6 and 8-year-old. And the Sip and Share started during lockdown. Oh my God, I can't even speak. I'm so excited about it. And I think this was a massive, Mummy needs to go and talk about gin, doesn't she, girls? Yes. Oh God, you're always talking about gin. Always constantly walking around holding my phone, doing lives. Hi guys. So, like that. So I've enjoyed it. The past few weeks have been a bit, as we get towards the summer holidays, I just think, oh God, we haven't gone to Spain. We're not going to Greece in October, all of that sort of stuff. But the kids are living their best life. Bloody like, Mummy, can we go in the hot tub? Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. I do feel sorry for the ladies and families that have got young kids, because I wouldn't have liked mine to be at home. Luckily, my 2 are like, one's at university and one's about to turn 18, and they both work in retail as well as studying. Right. So one works at Waitrose and the other one works at Superdrug. So I always have like nice stuff.
You do well.
Oh yeah, you need to put these. You need to go out and work for you. Everything. So that's been good. But I don't think I could have done the whole homeschooling thing. It's not right when I'm on Zoom on my my daily briefings at work, and then some child just walks past.
Oh no!
And it's just
homeschooling. People say to me, how are you getting on with homeschooling? And I just say to them, I don't really know what it is. Instead, I have some books and some pens. And I go, can you do that? It's like, should we just do some baking? And we eat, basically have baked a cake every day.
Yeah.
Oh, my life. Yeah. I opened a tin yesterday. I had a big cake tin in the top because we made some more cakes. So I went to put them in the cake tin and said to Annabelle, why is this heavy? And she went, oh, that's the lemon cakes we made the other day, which we haven't eaten. There's 24 buns. There's no space in the freezer because all of the carrot cake we made at the beginning of lockdown, which we still haven't eaten. So it's a combination of gin, cake, and trying to educate, which isn't going particularly well.
But I do feel sorry for them families because I'm loving it. I've been going out on the bike rides and writing stuff, doing a lot of online material as well, to be fair. Because
what you've been doing?
I've been doing some online stuff on a Friday night. I'm a member of a couple of forums on Facebook that's just like a lot of them women only. And I've been getting together with ladies that are just dead fed up, to be honest. And we just, one night we had a sing song of Bohemian Rhapsody and we play a couple of Yeah, we've done that. And but then on a Sunday night, so in an hour, we have a family quiz every week. I don't even see my family for the rest of the year. Lockdown happened.
My mum has said the exact same thing. We don't see each other, and all of a sudden I've got to do a quiz at 5:30 every Sunday, and I'm like,
we've got a resident family bingo caller now. Our Clive. Clive sends out. It's a ritual every Sunday at 3:30 on your WhatsApp. Along come your bingo tickets. And then we have to do, we've made it more exciting. So we have to do a round each. And it's this week it's Early Doors. Do you remember Early Doors? The program Early Doors. It's like the royal family, but it was set in Stockport. And so that's tonight. So we've got to, you have to gel up. And then it's weird Zoom though, isn't it, if you've got a family? Because I don't like awkward silence. Do you know when you run out of stuff to say?
Yeah. And you kind of like, you fill that silence by swiping on your phone or looking. Oh, I can't see you. Who said it? Or you mute yourself, or you unmute yourself. And then have you seen the stuff going around on Facebook of people that have been doing Zoom calls and then they've not realised that they can't, that they can be seen, and so they've gone for a wee. Did you see that one that's now famous? She worked bless her. I think she works for a social housing company. They're having a big conference call. And she put the laptop down and she went for a wee, but obviously she had her video on. So then she's having a wee in the background. Bloody screen grabs sent around everywhere. The best thing I had the other night is my daughter. I kid you not, Dawn. At 6 p.m. So at 6:12, one of my Annabelle's friends' mums said to Annabelle on FaceTime, "Do you want to join in brownies?" And Annabelle looked at me. Now, brownies, all up for it, but it requires a lot of stuff. Like Sarah, and I love her, Sarah sent me a screen grab of the things we need. Icing sugar, cream cheese, a coat hanger, clean recycling, and all this sort of stuff. And then she won't mind me telling this because I didn't tell her about it. All the kids, there's 20 girls, all between the age of 7 and 9 or something, on Zoom, whatever. Everybody's on mute, apart from my lovely friend Sarah, who is shouting to her youngest daughter, "I've got gingerbread, wafers, pink wafers, or digestives." And I just texted her and said, "I'll have a pink wafer." The lovely lady, the brown owl, couldn't unmute and mute everybody for whatever reason. So you've got just the girls going, "Oh yeah, so I've made my zip wire with a teddy." And then Sarah and she one really funny moment. She was on the phone to someone else. Now Sarah is lovely. She's a good person. She's not a swearer like me. She's not a drinker like me. She's not going to say anything bad about anybody else. Thank the Lord, because Sarah's on the phone and then shouting about wafers. Oh, it was brilliant. So I think Zoom, the whole kind of ethos around working at home and accepting that kids walking, my husband's out with Poppy and Annabelle's downstairs. It's just now come to the forefront, hasn't it? And people have become much more accepting that shit happens and dogs are sick on the carpet next to you. Stuff like that.
Have you had a birthday lockdown? Your birthday in lockdown?
Had a birthday had a husband's 40th.
Wow.
A few days ago. Although lockdown is his dream scenario anyway, because he doesn't want to see anyone else.
He doesn't like people.
But when it locked down, he was like, "Yes, we bought a lot of house a year ago." Timothy's like that. Daughter's sick. Annabelle's 8 in a few weeks, and my big 36. Oh, so we're all summer babies. But my as I say, my kids are like, can we go on the slip and slide like down the garden? Yeah, that's it for them. That and a caterpillar cake, and they're having the best time of their life on a birthday.
Mine was quite early. Mine was in April, obviously, and it was quite early into lockdown.
Yeah.
So we had a Zoom party that was a surprise Zoom party. Trouble was, they added me to the WhatsApp group that they were working on to organise the surprise. So I couldn't say I'm here. I couldn't leave because it would say that.
Dawn Bailey has left the group. Shit.
So I knew exactly what was going to happen at what time. I knew that there was being wigs delivered and I'd have to go and find my wig. And they went to so much trouble and it was lovely, but I knew all the stuff they were doing.
And I love the concept of a surprise Zoom, because we did a 60th for my dad about 2 weeks before lockdown. We went to Skegness and we did 60th. We did a proper full-on surprise, like, oh my goodness. But a surprise Zoom, I guess, is slightly different because you're like, sorry, just got to log in.
Yes. Oh, what are you doing there?
So nice.
And then my friends were dressed as Carole Baskin. From Tiger King.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I got a bit fed up of it, but everyone kept saying I needed to persevere with it.
Yeah, it's everywhere, isn't it? And all the TikTok memes, the Carole Baskin. Yeah,
I've been trying to do TikTok with my 6-year-old nephew as well.
How's it doing? I've got about 5 TikToks, one of which I'm very proud of, and I'm going to ride off the back of that one TikTok for quite a long time. We had some friends over today, and the kids are 15 and 13, and I shit you not, the first words out of my mouth were, "Hi Neve, hi Maddie, are you on TikTok?"
It's like the old, "Are you on Facebook?" Isn't it, when we used to say that? "Are you on Facebook?"
I didn't even bother. I actually went with, "What social channels do you?" What social channels do you use? It's like a bloody focus group. She was like, "Oh, Instagram." And then I followed her on Insta and she went, "But I don't post on it." And I went, "What?" But 602 followers and no posts. And she's like, "Yeah, I use it to chat." And it like blew my mind. I was like, no way do you use Instagram. The youth of today, Dawn.
It is. It's passing me by. It's passing me by, Kate. I need to keep up with it.
Singing Mr. Brightside, getting kicked out of Waitrose.
I was in a summer house as well, singing Mr. Brightside.
Well, that makes it a bit classier then.
It was it was lovely. It was near Chester. It was really lovely to do the drive of shame this morning.
A trip out, not just a Mr. Brightside in your garden.
No, it was lovely. Yeah, we got invited to like a 6 people gathering, social distanced, Mr. Brightside. And I woke up on this chair that I'm sat on, to be fair. You shouldn't get to 50, should you, doing a drive of shame in the morning, having to explain to your kids.
Were you, was it a drive of shame, or was it a drive of, I had such a great night and we are singing on the way back? Because I think it's a drive, I would always go, it's a drive of shame, but actually it's what an amazing night.
No, I get beer fear, me. I get awful beer fear.
What's beer fear?
Have you never had beer fear?
Maybe.
No, we haven't, have you? So, because I'm a comic as well, and I'm just so gobby when I'm drunk.
Right.
I'm just like, listen to Dawn, give me the microphone. I need to sing the 4 non-belongs. Give it to Dawn. Because usually I'm like, oh no, karaoke's so tacky. No, can't do that. Can't do it.
Nah, I'm better than that. And then you have a gin and you go, I'm Mr.
No, Mr. Brightside came much later. I was the 4 non-blondes to start with, going, "What's going on?" And then getting everyone to join in. And I can still see myself doing it. So beer fear reminds you in the day after of what an absolute fool you've been and who you've upset. Now, I'm really good. When I've had a drink, I love everyone. Which is hard when you're social distancing. You can't keep going,
that's it.
Come here. Oh, you've got problems. Oh, your life's fell apart. Come here. I'll make it better. I'll make it better. Come here. I love everyone. I'm not a nasty drunk. I'm a lovely person when I'm drunk. I just love everyone. I love the world. Everything's fine. The next day, I'm like, oh, I don't even like that person. What was I thinking? So yeah. But yeah, so I had to do it. So I had to wait until I'd sobered up a bit, and then And then
last time I had a drive of shame, and it was bad and really good in the same breath. It was a night out in Bolton with some clients, and I'd worked during the day, and it got to 4 o'clock. It's a Friday, and they were like, "Should we go for a drink?" I was like, "I'm in Bolton. I need to get the train back to Crewe. You've got no chance." And they were like, "We think we have got a chance, though." I was like, "You've got a small chance." They were like, "Oh my God, we've got a chance." Fast forward to getting the train at 7:55 the next morning after sleeping on my friend's, one of the manager's sofas, and just texting my husband being like, "I'll be back before you have to go to cricket on a Saturday morning." with the tramp stamp kind of nightclub.
No.
Yeah. In the same clothes. It was quite memorable, actually. It was good fun. There's a lot of dancing, a lot of singing. And you just think you're sexier and
I looked at the pictures this morning and they're hideous. They're absolutely hideous. But I was Beyonce. At one point, I was. And then a song comes on that you think, oh my God, do you know, why was I not Aretha Franklin?
Yeah.
I can do the same job as what she does now. So give me the microphone and I'm going to belt out respects. And it's awful. And then my sister gets really annoyed at me as well because I've done it once before in lockdown, VE Day. But VE Day, I had a full street to entertain, didn't I? So that was...
that you must have been loving it.
I was loving life. My sister was like, I've seen this all before, I'm going to bed.
So Lindsay doing her sets and being dead good and, proper and things.
Yes.
And then which she is, and using her skills, and you're bringing your skills to the party, which has obviously been working. What is happening post? When are you allowed out? Like, when are you going out to do more stuff?
Well, I think...
Where can we see you, Dawn?
Where can you see me? You can come round. Come round and stand at the end of that garden there. No, so I have seen Lindsay in lockdown as well. I have been to her garden and we've talked about all sorts of stuff that we're going to bring to the masses.
Okay.
A lot of gigs, comedy industry at the moment is dead. It's not happening. And there's so many comics out there, and it's really serious as well. That it's like there's nothing happening at all.
What? No gigs?
Nothing. No, they're not allowed. You're not allowed to do public performances at all. It's like it's not gone. Theatres, everything's being affected by it.
Yeah.
And so I know that the weekend, some comics did a drive-in one, which was like on a very big scale. But then another comic, one of my favourite comics is a man called Scott Bennett, and you must follow him because he's so funny. Scott Bennett, and he does a gig from his shed every Thursday night, and he's done 17 of these every week. Him and his wife in his shed. Yeah, and it's been live from the shed every week, and it's so funny. And he's one of my favourite comics. He really is. And they're doing garden gigs. They're like asking you to book them to go to your garden, so you'd set it up. And they'd be at the top end with a PA type of thing, and just to get back out there because we really haven't. I did a gong show the other week because somebody asked me to do it. You know, where you've got 5 minutes, and if you're rubbish, they just gong you off.
Oh, is that what a gong show is?
That's what a gong show is. Every new comic does it. And
5 minutes.
If you're rubbish, you're off. You get 2 minutes grace. And I said, he said, will you do it? And I went, yeah, if you want, because I've not done anything. I got beat by a bloke with a sock on his hand as a bluff puppet. I was like, no. And then a reviewer reviewed me. And no audience.
Oh, God. Well, they've not got anything to do during lockdown, have they? They've got nowhere else to go.
I was just like, what are you doing? I got through the gong. I beat the gong. I didn't win it, but I beat the gong. But yeah, there's Tony Cowards, who's a very good comic as well, was sat doing his set with his hand like this. Yeah. And he beat me. So I was like, there's no hope. There's no hope.
You know what? Next time, you've got to take a sock and your hand, and maybe the Argos karaoke as well.
You know what? I'm gonna when we hit big time, we get our first deal from Universal. I'm gonna but Lindsay won't fly, so we've been talking about if we go to a New York comedy club, she's got to go on the boat. So I'll see you in 2 weeks.
See you next year.
Yes, you go.
Bye then.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
She won't fly. No, she won't fly. She's got a really bad fear of flying. So
okay.
Yeah, so she won't fly. So I could walk it quicker than what it takes her to get there. We were talking about going to New York. That's my dream anyway. I'm 50 next year. I'm 50 next year. Yeah. And that's my dream, to go to a Manhattan comedy club and Because are you a fan of Mrs. Maisel?
Probably. No, I don't.
Get that down. Written down. That's on Amazon Prime. So you know what you do. If you've not got it, you nick it off somebody that has.
Got it? No. Oh no, we're teasing. To be fair to my husband, it's like that. Get it? Buy it.
So you need to watch The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. It's about a female stand-up comic in America.
Okay.
And it's really funny.
I will.
So, yeah.
Is she your idol? Is that who we're going for?
Oh yeah, apart from Victoria Wood, who's my ultimate idol. Just massive wanted to be her from being a very young child. When I was dancing for my Auntie Elsie, age 5, and I was dancing and she had her false teeth in a glass at the side and I'd be dancing away. She died not long after, to be fair, but she left us a few bobs on every cloud, to be honest.
Indeed.
Yeah, we got to go to Benidorm that year. So every cloud.
So people can either invite you into their garden.
Yes, invite us into your garden. We will come to your house.
I could do a gig because we've got, I'm going to say this, a bloody big garden, Dawn.
Well, get your mates round, bring their own picnic.
Bring your own
gin. You can review the gin beforehand. We can make a fun show with it.
Make a bloody event, couldn't we?
Yeah, of course you can. We'll have Cake Fest.
I don't know whether I can turn this round before the 9th of August for my birthday. It's probably quite tight timing, but
of course you can. Nobody's doing anything, are they? They'd love it.
Everyone's like, yeah, we're in. I'll get a couple of messages from my mates.
Yeah, get me and Lindsay to rock up with our PA and we'll be off.
My girlfriends have said we need to do Carney Fest in the field. That's what it's like. If Glastonbury's not on, we're going to do Carney Fest. So watch this space.
Yes.
Oh, the posh neighbours wouldn't like it. We've roughed up this community somewhat.
Well, invite him. That's the main thing to do. Invite him. We don't mind Jean and Harold from next door. That's fine.
You might write me a scrolled letter with a feather pen to say, "Fuck off! You are joking."
We got to bed at 8:30. We have them curtains shut by 4.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, lovely. What is your website? Let's just post your website on here.
What is it? I think it's ginandcomic.com. It's events, Gin and Comic events. I don't do the website. That's Lindsay's job.
Oh, that's Lindsay's.
I don't do anything in social media. I just rock up and laugh.
Walk on, sing and laugh.
Rock up and laugh.
I've put Gin and Comic events, but we know that Lindsay, you know, the business professional in this partnership is Ask at Comic Mum on social media.
She's the brains behind it all.
So I'm going to let you go and bask in your own gin that's coming out of your pores still.
I'm sweating it.
5 o'clock this morning. Yeah.
I've got our Clive's doing ours down in half an hour, don't forget. So.
You bingo?
My family bingo with our Clive.
You're having a drink for that. I bet you normally have a drink during that, don't you?
No, we have a cup of tea. And then we're very ritual, and then about 9:30 we have cheese.
My God. Wants to join Dawn's family bingo. I mean, you probably guess the password and hack. Imagine if you had some hackers in your Zoom call and they were like, make some money, and they landed on your family bingo. Hack global businesses. They get your name thinking it's to do with the bank, and actually you're all having cheese at.
Having cheese, and then we have our Sylvia, and she says, "Oh, Susan, have you done your hair yourself?" And he's like, 1 and 4, 40. They're all having like private chats. I have to turn it off. I just laugh. I'm gonna write so much material about my family.
I was gonna say, I think lockdown is providing people with so much content because, you know, from the kids walking in and the dog being sick, or my dog jumped on my knee in the middle of Zoom calls, 28 people presenting, and he just started to shag me, and I was like, "Oh, no. Get off me!" Like, it just gets. I mean, I am attractive, and he just thinks a lot of me.
I should have took a picture of the company lockdown like Zoom chat in the morning at the start, because everyone's got an extra chin. You're just getting fatter.
So true. You see these people on TikTok that do photos of me at the beginning of lockdown, photos of me now, and they're like, and I look at it and think, photos of me in March, photos of me now. No, thank you.
I've got the bottom the size of Ireland. It's absolutely fine.
But we're happy. and we're
happy, and we've come through it, and we're healthy, and we're safe.
Yes, if healthy is a slightly pickled liver in the gin way, then I am very healthy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you go and mentally and physically, psychologically, and emotionally prepare for your
family bingo.
And say thank you very much, Dawn Bailey, for joining me. My first ever you're the first non-distiller.
You interviewed us? Oh, my sister's just gone past the bedroom, actually. She sometimes comes in. But hello. Our Linda, she's getting ready for the family bingo. Linda with a Y, Kate with a Y. Linda with a Y. Very important that.
I would say you never know who you're going to meet on a night call, but you do, and it's your family, and it's bingo, so you don't need to make too much effort, Linda.
No, with a Y. She tells everybody that.
Linda with a Y.
Linda with a Y. I'm like, they're not going to write it down, love. They're not going to write it down. Just leave it. Leave it.
An extra edge. She's just that bit more hipster and a bit more, a bit more Glastonbury than the normal.
A bit like Freddie Boswell at the moment because she's not had her hair done yet. She'll kill me if she is me.
Won't let you win a bingo. Right. Thank you so much, Dawn. It was really nice.
I really enjoyed talking to you. Don't forget, when Kate Fest goes on, message our page and we'll come and entertain you, mates.
Awesome. Don't even joke about this.
Yeah, we're doing it.
This is about me. I'm like, got a plan. 3 weeks. All right. Give my love to Lindsay as well, won't you?
I will do. Not a problem. Thanks very much for having me.
Thanks, everybody.
See you later. Bye.